YouTube, what it do? It's way out here, and today was wonky. I'm not gonna even lie to you guys. Today was a wonky day in the market. I don't even know if that's even a word, but you know, it is what it is. I'm just gonna show you guys pretty much what happened today. I'm in profit by 250 bucks overall today. I'm thankful for even that, to be honest with you. Today was, I got stomped out at one point. And that's why I try to be brutally upfront with you guys. You know, I was able to correct my loss, but I'm not gonna lie, my psychology was not very good today with some certain aspects of things that I need to improve upon, right? And that's the whole thing, is we have to learn from our mistakes over and over again in order to learn, you know. And I just want to show you guys pretty much what happened. You know, hopefully you guys won't make the same mistakes I did. You know, not that today was really, I mean, again, you have to have confluence to your strategy, which is why we have confluence in the first place, right? Because if things are not looking the way they need to be with our strategy, you need to know how to get out, pretty much, let's put it that way. So, you know, if you are new here, you know, make sure to smash that like button, subscribe, notification bell, all that good stuff so you don't miss all this content. Upload every single day, show you guys my wins, losses in between, show you when the market's stomping my ass, you know, and I'm losing like a mofo. But today, honestly, like I said, I cannot, I'm moving on. You know what I mean? That's all I can say. I was in profit, I'm good. You know, I don't care about nothing else at this point. Even if it's break even, you're good, especially on days like this. So as you guys can see, we I don't know, hopefully, you know, if you are new here, you go back and watch my actual strategy, but I trade the 15-minute orb strategy, and I'll show you guys pretty much what that looked like today. Okay, so this is your 15-minute candle right here from 9:30 to 9:45 a.m. We have a high, a low. Okay, so at this point, I'm seeing we are in a daily bias, 4-hour, I can't even speak, daily bullish, in a 4-hour bullish. So to me, that means that we're gonna be making a bullish trade, though, right? This is the problem is that we're also at high highs right now in the market. So that makes it really hard, man. You know, it makes it hard to, you know, really trust where it would be going. You know, I think that's something that is a struggle for me, was a struggle for me this week. It's just, you know, I was lucky for the majority of the week. I've been in profit literally all week, shockingly. I don't know how, but I have been. I don't think I lost one time this week, which is thanks to the Most High, Jesus. Other than that, let's just get into this a little bit more. So as you guys can see, we got that high and that low. I entered right here. Reason being, if you watch my strategy, we see a closure on the 5-minute. It already came down, tested a low. Didn't go into this fair value gap, which I should have known was weird to begin with, right? I should have known, right? So it didn't go down to this gap, weirdly, but I did see a full under closure. I took all my pieces, right? It's been moving up for days now, you know? So like, I'm like, oh, maybe we're gonna be moving up to higher highs. Very weird for a Friday though, normally, you know, because it moves down from what I've seen. Granted, today was, I mean, slash down slash up. You're gonna find out why in a minute. So we see this closure right here, right? So that's a 5-minute closure. I jump in right here and I held. I always held. I tell you guys, I put my stop loss, if I remember right here, right down in this area. I got stomped out. You know what I mean? And what happened to me then, and this is what I try to tell you guys, right? I was up like maybe like 300 bucks, 400, I don't recall. Again, that's not, I try to go to like 1,000. That's normally my take profit. And then my stop loss was down here. So I got stomped out. But what happened was, again, I'm telling you, the psychology really got to me, right? And this is something you can learn from. Right here, I'm sitting here seeing a full reversal at this point, right? Back up through this candle. And on the 15, let me just show you guys. So on the 15-minute, we saw a full closure up here. So I'm sitting here right here saying, okay, well, I missed, the move was actually happening. I was doing it right, and I just got stomped out, you know, because it happened, you know what I mean? So I'm gonna jump back in, right? So I almost jumped back in right here, okay, for a buy. I then saw what it was doing. I waited, it came up to about here, as you guys can see. Hold up, put it on the 5 minutes so I can kind of get this looking better here. Jeez, I'm crow. So as you guys can see, it came back up. God, where the heck am I right here? Right here. Came back here, right? So I'm sitting here thinking it could possibly do that. Thankfully, I waited. I jumped in right here, right? And this is where it got me, right? So I jumped in right here because I knew dang well we're heading into bearish direction. We had a 15-minute closure down here. So I'm sitting there like just kind of pointing out the fact that we're now turning bearish. You know, it's been that way for, you know, 20, 30, 40 minutes now, right? And I've entered in for a bearish trade. So I entered in, like I told you guys, that area. I ended up holding it all the way. You know what really sucked, man, is that the market was flomping me out like a mofo, right? So I was up like 1,400 bucks. And I was sitting there thinking it was going a really good trade, and I was talking to my friend at the minute, so I wasn't really looking to, you know, take profit as I went like I normally do. And it went flying back up. I wasn't even profit anymore. You know, and they went way up past my profit, where I jumped in the market. And I'm sitting there like, oh my gosh, a reversal is happening right in front of my eyes. But was it really a reversal, right? Because it wasn't really a reversal. What we saw was, yeah, it was reversal down to a degree, but it was only like a 4 hour bear. I think it was like, yeah, 4 hours, 3 hours bearish. And then we saw a complete haul from all the way at 708 all the way to 825. Everyone that was in that bearish trade got stomped out. I then headed in when I saw that it was making a bull. Like, I knew what was happening. It took me a few minutes when I was seeing my numbers go down. Granted, should you take 3 trades? No, you should not. I think today was 2. I took a bullish trade. I got out. I saw 200, 300 bucks profit. I was out, and that's on both accounts. I was done. I was over. You could have held it a lot longer. As you guys can see, it literally went all the way up to 827, and it's still going right now as we speak, apparently. So if whoever jumped in down here knowing exactly what was happening made some serious money. I wish that I had known that that was happening. But again, we don't know what's happening in the market. And, you know, if I can make 200 bucks profit, I'm going to make 200 bucks profit, man. You know, it's hard. It's a hard game we're playing, you know, but it's all about what we do and what we learn from our mistakes, and, you know, that we don't continue making them. That's the most important factor, because, like, I learn from my mistakes over and over again. Every time I do something stupid like I did today, I learn from it, you know, and I'm going to continue to learn from it, and hopefully we enter into next week with amazing trades, and hopefully the market goes the direction we want it to next week. You know, if you guys are new here, you know, make sure to, again, hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on this content. Get to learn from my losses, get to learn from my wins. It's a hard game we're playing, man. You know, when some days are just, they really eat at you. Today was one of those days for me, even though I'm not even in a negative. It's just, it is what it is. It sucks. I was planning on having a much different outcome than I did, but I'm still in profit, and that's all you can say. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and let's see if this goes all the way up to high highs. I don't know. Maybe it'll go up here today. Who knows? But yeah, I'll see you guys on the next video. Peace.